Yes Bank presents Sunday Debate with Arnab Goswami, powered by Ola, Lloyd Air Conditioners, and Just Dial.
Welcome back. A 3-minute, 8-second trailer has sent the Congress party into a tizzy. On the Sunday Debate, I will have with me in some time Madhur Bhandarkar, whose movie Indu Sarkar is a topic of hot debate. The Congress has severe problems with the depiction of its first family. We at Republic have a few questions for those trying to force us to forget the horrors of the emergency period.
इमरजेंसी में इमोशन नहीं, मेरे ऑर्डर्स चलते हैं.
Madhur Bhandarkar's film, based on the darkest chapter of Indian history, has ruffled feathers in the Congress party. Since the day this trailer was launched, top Congress leaders, including Jyotiraditya Scindia, went hammer and tongs against the film and the filmmaker.
जो ये फिल्म है पूरी तरह से प्रायोजित है और इसमें कौन शख्स इस फिल्म के पीछे भी हैं और कौन से संगठन इस फिल्म के पीछे भी हैं वो आप और हम दोनों वाकिफ हैं. इसकी हम कड़ी निंदा करते हैं और जो फॉल्स डिपिक्शन की गई है इसका पूरा हम अपने जितना हमारा हिम्मत हो उसके आधार पर हम निंदा करते हैं.
But Bhandarkar, undeterred by the controversy, firmly standing his ground.
Movie to reveal certain concealed facts which were, and atrocities for that matter, which were done in 1975 in the garb of emergency.
Definitely, yes. And see, emergency did happen. And what I'm showing is basically fact which has been reported in the media, in papers, in books, in Shah Commission. And it has fiction to it.
It's surprising that a party that almost always plays the freedom of expression card is today opposing a film based on emergency.
भारत की एक बेटी ने देश को बंदी बनाया हुआ है. तुम वो बेटी बनो जो देश को मुक्ति का मार्ग दिखा सके.
As the trailer suggests, it's an untold story, something this generation deserves to know. So has there been a deliberate attempt at putting a lid on the atrocities committed during the emergency under Congress rule?
Welcome back to the Sunday Debate. Today we are tackling a subject which all of India has lived through, an event which has scarred one or two generations or more, a moment of history that India still shivers by. The imposition of the emergency from June 1975 till March 1977. But we are not here to debate the merits and demerits. There are no merits of the emergency. We are here to debate why there is so much panic that has been created over a film which is still to be released and which is being made by eminent award-winning, often controversial film director Madhur Bhandarkar, who joins me in the studio along with Ratan Sharda of the RSS. Sudhanshu Trivedi, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, is also with us. And we are also joined by Vinod Sharma, senior journalist. We have Daniel Francis, political analyst, who's joining us today. And we also have with us Tanveer Nizam. He's an advocate of the Bombay High Court and he represents Priya of the Bharatiya Janata Party, is also with us. And we are also joined by Vinod Sharma, senior journalist. We have Daniel Francis, political analyst, who's joining us today. And we also have with us Tanveer Nizam. He's an advocate of the Bombay High Court and he represents Priya Singh Paul, who claims to be Sanjay Gandhi's daughter. Biological daughter. Who claims to be Sanjay Gandhi's biological daughter and therefore Indira Gandhi's biological granddaughter. That's right. And she has gone to court against this particular film. First of all, I want you to start by telling all our viewers what problem does, Priya, who says she's Sanjay Gandhi's daughter, have with the film.
Well, to start with, we have sent a legal notice to the makers of the film.
To Madhur Bhandarkar.
To Madhur Bhandarkar.
Okay.
Seeking to preview the movie and understand if there are scenes which misrepresent or which show.
But the movie is not out. What are you really?
We just want to make sure that it is not in the public domain before we preview it. A. Second is that we would like the censor board to also take note of this and apply a reasonable viewer's test. so that the characters are not misrepresented.
Why do you think your movie is getting this kind of attention, Madhur?
I really don't know. First thing, Arnab, let's put it like that. In emergency, we have researched so much, and you have seen people have written, authors have written books. Doordarshan have made a documentary on emergency in 5 parts. And there's so many documentaries which have been made in so many years.
So why are people touchy about it?
I don't know. When it comes to film, everybody wants, we want to see the film, why there's similarity, and change names, and there's an amount of pressure being put on me.
Yeah. Daniel Francis and Vinod. No, yeah, okay. Ratan
My issue is that how many people have veto power on a film? Every film that comes has something to say something, and suddenly somebody pops up saying, show it to me, I'll release, whether Shiv Sena, MNS or BJP, whatever. How can an individual, when there is censor board, when there is law, has a right to veto a film on which so much of money and so many people write? Where is the reason to do that?
Tomorrow, if there was a film which said that there are links that Nathuram Godse had with some members of the Sangh Parivar, would you not have problems with the film?
If I know the content, I would say. In fact, in case of Gandhi, in the movie it was shown the likeness of RSS chief who was trying to instigate Nathuram Godse is totally wrong.
Yeah.
But you let it pass. I mean, if you
so
go
why
on
are people
historical liberty has taken,
no, but
if the person is dead, is it okay?
I understand.
So is it okay to insinuate something when the person is dead?
No, but it's a film. At the end of the day, it's a film.
Yes, it's a film.
So why is it causing panic?
Who will carry the veto power? You are against somebody who is raising a veto power in case of political issue. Now, since it is claimed to be not a political issue, then why do you have veto on that?
Yeah, that's the point is taken. Vinod Sharma.
I'm not even going to right or wrong. I'm just saying.
Vinod Sharma, why is the film on the emergency causing utter panic in the ranks of the Congress? Sudhanshu Trivedi and Vinod Sharma, please. Vinod Sharma, what do you think is the reason? Vinod Sharma, why is the film on the emergency causing so much panic in the Congress party? Because it was bold enough to talk about the days of the emergency, to take a plunge and finally put a movie on it. Why is a film on the emergency causing so much panic in the Congress party?
Well, I don't know whether there is panic or not. Insofar as I can speak for myself, Arnab, and I think that there should be an even-handed approach to all films, all creative work which is happening in this country. I have known Madhur for some years. Madhur may be having an inclination, a political inclination, that's his choice in a democracy. And he's, at the end of the day, a filmmaker. And if he has made a film, which he says is a fictional version in the backdrop of the emergency, it should be acceptable. The same way we protested. There was some problem with the film Parzania in Gujarat. There was some problem with the film Fana. There was some problem with the film The Final Solution, which was a documentary on Gujarat, 2002. And there were protests. So I, at the end of the day, stand for freedom of expression and speech. Insofar as this film is concerned, if the Congress party...
My question is, the Congress party says, Sudhanshu Trivedi has his hand up, I'm coming to you, Mr. Trivedi. The Congress party says this film is fully sponsored. They have short of said that BJP has sponsored the film. Have you sponsored the film? Why is this film being called fully sponsored by the Congress party, Sudhanshu Trivedi? And the Congress party has also said it condemns the false depictions in the film. The film is not out yet. Why is this being said by the Congress?
There are two aspects of this thing. One is a technical. Technically, if somebody says that the film is related to some personalities and I, being the descendant of that fellow, should have the opportunity or right to say, then by that logic, the films made on the life of Mahatma Gandhi, then Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Patel, Bhagat Singh, then the descendants of everybody would have claimed that first I will give the clearance, then only. It is for this purpose, censor board is there. Now coming to the specific aspect of emergency. Arnav, this is a typical peculiar mindset of emergency, in which the freedom of expression was curtailed. Not only curtailed, it was totally demolished. And you remember whether it was Kishore Kumar's songs on Akashvani, or whether it was the movies like Nasbandi or Andhi, which were not allowed at the time of emergency. So in my opinion, if somebody wants to say it is not appropriate, as Ratan Sharda has properly pointed out, in the film Gandhi, there was a clear scene that a person who was looking like Guru Golwalkar sitting in a car and giving by facial expression some signal to Nathuram Godse. So we have not taken into that. And what Mr. Sharma was saying, That is a different thing. You are taking a film on one particular aspect, but here the film on the life or one incident. By that logic, if you go by freedom of expression, there are a number of things which were not allowed. I would like to ask why Salman Rushdie's book was first banned without any protest, without any demand at the time of Rajiv Gandhi. India was the first country in the world. So, just saying that freedom of expression should be taken care.
The question is, we understand this. Daniel, look at this. There's a 3-minute trailer. A 3-minute trailer that doesn't even name Indira Gandhi.
Nobody.
That doesn't even name Sanjay Gandhi. Right? It's causing havoc and fury among the Gandhis. I don't understand why. Daniel, tell me, and by the way, thank you for sitting there in the rain. Do the Gandhis want India to believe that Indira Gandhi didn't impose the emergency? Do they want to black that out? If Rahul Gandhi is ashamed about it, he should be. If Sonia Gandhi is ashamed about it, she should be. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi even now should come and apologize to the people of India for the imposition of the emergency. But do the Gandhis believe that by stopping Madhur Bhandarkar's film, they will tell the people of India the emergency never happened, sab kuch jhoot tha? 110,000 Indians were not actually jailed. Is that what they want us to believe? Daniel, I mean, there has to be a limit. There has to be a limit to paranoia. Yeah.
I'm not sure if the Congress party or the Gandhis have gone to the court or asked for a ban.
No, they've not gone to the court. Congress leaders are saying the film is sponsored. Have they said that or not, Madhur? No, Madhur, you can respond.
That is political reaction.
What political reaction? On what basis? On what basis? Jagdeep.
No, what basis you are telling it's a sponsored thing? One thing, I have a trail of making cinema which has been always controversial or topical cinema. I'm not someone who's just popped out yesterday and making a film over here. If I wanted a sponsored film, then I would have waited for 2019. Then I would release the film in 2019. Or five state election just been gone 2 months back, 3 months back. I would have released the film that time. Right now, I know how much political knowledge I got. There is no election.
Yeah.
Add something.
No. Let me.
Madhur, I want to say a few things. Okay. It's not that Madhur has been popped up by the BJP. I think that is a little preposterous to say that he's been sponsored and things like that. But of course, everybody knows that Mr. Madhur Bhandarkar is close to the ruling dispensation.
I'm close to everybody. I'm close to everybody. I have my Congress friends also. My movies have been liked by everybody. It has nothing to do with the one particular party.
He has a right to hate Indira Gandhi. And let me tell you one thing, his movies are really good. People watch them. He has a great fan following. And he's free to make any movie.
No. The question is the similarity out here is that we would do a story on whatever is an important story. Madhur Bhandarkar will make a film on whatever is important. The question here is to say why now? Why is it being raised? The question is, do the Gandhis, Sudhanshu Trivedi, do the Gandhis want to actually wipe out emergency from the minds of the future generations of this country?
I think
like Rahul Gandhi gave a most ridiculous answer ever when he told me in the interview that I was a young boy during 1984, hence I don't know about it. So he may say
you can't blame Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi for emergency. You can blame Indira Gandhi for the emergency.
No. Watch Sudhanshu Trivedi, please. Sudhanshu Trivedi. So the
one thing, Arnab, you know what is the relevance of this movie or this context in the present scenario?
Yeah.
Because now 2/3 of the India is not having the living memory of emergency. And how emergency emerged? It was not just out of a reaction of Allahabad High Court. If you look at the 5-6 years previous to 1975, Mrs. Indira Gandhi was gradually capturing power. First, in his own party. She has done away with the privy purse. Then she has removed the fundamental rights, right to property from the fundamental rights. Then the nationalization of the bank. Then public sector undertaking. And after that, bringing
Are you against fundamentally against all these things? Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi?
Yes,
of course.
Because you are controlling.
Are you against privy purses? Are you against nationalization of banks?
No. What I am trying to say, if all things would have been, what I am trying to say, all things would have been correct. If the final culmination of the event would not have been in the slogan, India is Indra and Indra is India. which was said by then Congress President Mr. Devkant Barua. It was not just an isolated slogan of one Congress leader. So now this shows that there was a systematic design of 5-6 years finally for Mrs. Indira Gandhi to take control of the entire nation. So that's why the present generation is so attention to what has happened at the time.
Therefore, are we to read out here? You see, what happens is there is a trailer. The trailer is telling you the tale of the voice of the people coming together to stand up to the system during the days of the emergency. What is negative about that? I think the real issue here is, and Tanvir, feel free to come in any point of time in the debate. Even if this film hypothetically does criticize a character modeled on Indira Gandhi for the emergency, what's wrong with it? I would say today, if somebody makes a movie criticizing Sanjay Gandhi, naming him, it's a damn good thing. It is the best thing that can be done. If somebody exposes the demonic role of Sanjay Gandhi during the emergency, do you know the number of people who were forcibly sterilized by Sanjay Gandhi during the emergency? Do you think stopping Madhur Bhandarkar? I think Madhur Bhandarkar, you should have. Do you have a character called Sanjay Gandhi in the film or not?
I think people should see the movie.
I think. Do you have a character called Indira Gandhi in the film or not? No, you should. Do you have a character called Vidyacharan Shukla or not in the film? You should, because if you don't have these names, then you are not telling the complete truth. Why should the people of this country? Why is the hypersensitivity of going after the name? You know what? Why should anybody claiming to be Sanjay Gandhi's daughter asked to censor the film in the first place? Tanvir, tell me. Why should that be?
Settler wants if you look at my legal notice, first and foremost, I've appreciated the role of Mr. Madhur Bhandarkar.
Doesn't matter. Why should Sanjay Gandhi?
Today we are sitting in this wonderful room and all of us are talking about Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Just give me a minute, please. No one is talking about the fact that she was the champion of social schemes.
Oh, for God's sake.
No one is talking about that Pakistan is shut forever on two fronts because of Mrs. Indira Gandhi.
There are already such movies. There is enough glorification. Now let me tell you something. I was part of emergency struggle. I worked underground. I was jailed in emergency. I have been underground, so I heard the stories of Sundara Joshi crying about Turkman Gate demolitions, Karol Bagh demolitions. I was in Delhi. I know these facts. So none of the thing I've seen on the trailer is wrong at all. I can tell you very clearly. And imagine this emergency brought in the so-called concept of committed judiciary. A.N. Ray said right to life is not there in emergency. Imagine
more than all that, we don't need validation. The fact of the matter is, I want to go back to Sudhanshu Trivedi and Daniel Francis and Vinod Sharma. The fact of the matter is, Daniel Francis, you were asking this question about representation and misrepresentation. I want you to answer this question and then Sudhanshu Trivedi can take it from there. Is it or is it not true that 6.2 lakh Indian men were forcibly sterilized in just 1 year during the emergency? You don't want the future generations of this country to know that.
Absolutely.
I want all future generations of this country to know the role of a dictator called Sanjay Gandhi without any executive authority, simply by having the Gandhi name, how they misuse the Gandhi name. I want future generations of this country to know what the contribution of this dynasty in curtailing democracy in this country should be. If Rahul Gandhi doesn't like it, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn whether in the Sonia Gandhi likes it or not? I'm not forcing Rahul Gandhi to see the film. But the fact of the matter is that Rahul Gandhi's grandmother destroyed Indian democracy in those years.
Sanjay Gandhi.
Let it be said, you don't want that to happen? Why? No, you tell me, Daniel Francis.
Sanjay Gandhi told Fakhruddin, you are criminal.
Did Rahul Gandhi's grandmother destroy Indian democracy during the emergency or not? Answer that question, Daniel Francis and Sudhanshu Trivedi. Come on.
Sanjay Gandhi threatened Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed saying you are criminal. Why are you stopping me from doing Nasbandi?
No.
That is being quoted as Subhadra Chauhan, their own MP.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Daniel, answer the question.
I will answer the question. The question that the excesses made by Mr. Sanjay Gandhi are very true, very well documented, and that made the Congress party and Mrs. Indira Gandhi extremely unpopular, and that is why they were thrown out. But then you tell me that if there were such bad and dictatorial people, Why did people of India choose
Oh,
them?
come on, don't give me that argument. Don't give me that argument. That's because the Janta government didn't work. That has nothing to do with it. I want Sudhanshu Trivedi to respond to that.
Commission reports are destroyed.
No.
There is just one copy of Shah Commission report of atrocities, which is Australia, not even India.
I'll give you one example. You know, the problem is, and understand this, Daniel, the Gandhi family does not want this film to come out. Because the Gandhi family wants future
for that
generations.
They have to go to the court. Nobody has gone to the court.
Sure. Then
they don't. For that they have to appeal in the court.
Then I want Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to go to a cinema hall, watch the film, and come out and apologize formally to the people of India for the excesses carried out by Sonia Gandhi's mother-in-law and Rahul Gandhi's grandmother. Don't be touchy about it.
But when the people of India forgive them in 1980, why should
What forgive them? There was police firing which killed 43 protesters. In Turkoman Gate, you want us to forget about it? No, I'm talking about the compulsory sterilization that happened in Muzaffarnagar.
Nobody's going to forget that. I think they paid a huge price.
I'm sorry. No, I don't think people of India will forgive the
price. Indira Gandhi didn't pay the price. People paid the price.
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Arnab, you know what was the level of reaction in the public? In 1977 election, Mrs. Indira Gandhi is the only Prime Minister in the entire world who has lost her own election. Sitting on the seat of Prime Minister. No Prime Minister in the world has lost election. And Mrs. Gandhi and Sanjay Gandhi was not any minister even, but Mrs. Gandhi lost the election from her own seat. This showed the level of reaction that the people were having. As you reminded about the Nasbandi, I would like to remind there was a movie Nasbandi. It was banned. और उसमें ये कहा जाता था तमाम ऐसे लोगों की नसबंदी करा दी गई जिनकी शादी नहीं हुई थी. उस नसबंदी मूवी में एक गाना था कि अरमान था हमको कोई कहेगा हमें अब्बा, उससे पहले ही बच गया तकदीर का डब्बा. तो उन लोगों ने क्या क्या किया था आप उसको इमेजिन नहीं किया जा सकता. रतन शारदा जी जैसे लोगों को पता होगा, हम लोगों को तो उसी के बारे में कोई याद नहीं है मेमोरी में. बट वन थिंग, those who are having any problem about wrong depiction, I would like to remind, मंगल पांडे की मूवी बनी थी, उनको तो दिखा दिया था कोठे में जाते थे. अरे भाई मंगल पांडे को कोठे में जाते दिखा दिया, स्टिल चलिए उसको एक बार टॉलरेट किया गया, वो क्या ऑब्जेक्शनेबल नहीं था. अभी रिसेंट मूवी आई है बाजीराव मस्तानी, बाजीराव जैसा योद्धा विच इज 140 बैटल्स, आखिर में उसको ऐसे दिखाया जैसे कि मायूस आशिक था. तो मेरा मानना ऑब्जेक्शन करने की बात आएंगे तो किसकी चीज पे ऑब्जेक्शन होगा. ये तो पॉलिटिकल एस्पेक्ट है. पॉलिटिकल लीडर शुड बी रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट एनी क्रिटिसिज्म. They should be ready to face any negative aspect. We are not talking about great persons or the.
I don't think Madhur had the courage to show the atrocities done on the people in the jail. Their nails were put out. They were hung on the string like a fan. They were made to urinate each other's mouth. So many things that they are recorded in Shah Commission report, which were destroyed. Only one copy is left in Australia. That is the level of Congress freedom of expression, that they will also kill the law. How it was killed, ask Sanjay Gandhi went to the Shah Commission. There was whole hurdang there and they just stopped the whole working there. That is the kind of law they followed, and that is the kind of suppression of truth.
My irony here is, and Vinod Sharma wants to come in. The Congress is so desperate to muzzle the voice of anyone who speaks about the emergency 42 years after the emergency was imposed. The objections are raised by this man. I have often found him to be a cartoonish character called Jagdish Taitla. Next time, I want you to also make a film on 1984. And please have a character around Jagdish Taitla. Jagdish Taitla has raised objections about Sanjay Gandhi's portrayal in the film Indu Sarkar, saying it is in poor light. Has he contacted you at any point?
No, he has contacted me, but there is a letter which has been gone and say he was not that time here, he was in Canada and he came later. Jagdish Taitla was in Canada that time when emergency was imposed in India. Okay. And later he came to India and he wants his image to be clean in the film.
What is he said? His image to be?
Clean image he wants. A very clean image in the film he wants. He doesn't want to be portrayed like the sterilization or the Turkoman Gate, anywhere involved into it.
So he doesn't want any references?
Any references, there's a lookalike kind of a person in the film. So that's the reason objection.
I want to ask you here, on what basis are you defending Sanjay Gandhi's role? I mean, Sanjay Gandhi was a political rogue. He had gone out of control. Even his mother had no control on him, though I think they were working completely in cohesion. Vinod Sharma can come in with more on that. On what basis are you defending Sanjay Gandhi?
I am not defending.
No, you are defending someone who claims to be Sanjay Gandhi's daughter.
No, stop.
No.
He's defending someone.
You see my legal notice is very clear. I am duty bound as a daughter of late Shri Sanjay Gandhi.
How do you know? Where is she claims to be a daughter?
Yes.
Has there been a DNA test on that?
We are in the process of evaluating
So
that.
anybody without a DNA test can go and wait for the results of the DNA test.
No, even otherwise,
anyone
as a citizen of India, also I have
is
my
there a
rights.
DNA test proving she's Sanjay Gandhi's daughter?
We don't want to go in that. All
No,
of that.
because as far as I know,
substance-
Sanjay Gandhi had only one child, and that child is Varun Gandhi, who is
Correct.
now with the BJP.
Correct.
You're claiming that Priya Singh Paul is Sanjay Gandhi's daughter,
That is correct.
and where is the proof of that?
We are working on
So
that.
anybody can claim to be Sanjay Gandhi's daughter or son and go ahead and file a legal notice. Is this not a publicity? Are you not seeking publicity here?
Let me assure
Is
you.
Priya not seeking publicity?
She
here?
is not. She is not
Obviously,
seeking any
she's seeking
publicity.
publicity.
She's a very private person. Allow me to assure you.
She wants to claim a legal right.
For so many years, there was no legal question of her.
No, she's trying to get
There is-
publicity upon the film.
No, sir.
Using
There
the
is-
film, she's trying to get publicity as the daughter of Sanjay Gandhi.
Allow me to assure you this
No,
panel
where
today.
is the proof she's the daughter of
There
Sanjay
is a complaint filed in Civil Lines Police Station in Delhi, which asks the adoption norms which are violated to be investigated, how she was adopted, because there are various versions of her adoption.
Maybe it's a work of fiction in our own mind.
It is not. It is not. Let me
She's
assure
thinking
you,
it
there is no reason to do so. A.
No,
We are not against. We are not against.
This is a
Mr.
bizarre situation. How do I not know that you're not being propped up by somebody in the Congress party?
Okay, allow me to assure you as well on this bit.
Vinod Sharma has a point to come in on.
We are very
This
clear.
is the most bizarre situation. A film that everybody has a problem with somebody claiming to be Sanjay Gandhi's daughter also having a problem with it. Yes, please go ahead, Vinod Sharma.
No, I want to make a couple of points. You have had most of the people who have just one point of view. No, I just want to say 2-3 things. So, Arnab, my sincere request to you was that you could have got Maneka Gandhi on this show. I mean, if there's somebody who knew what Sanjay Gandhi was up to during the emergency and who saw it from close quarters, it was Maneka Gandhi. She was very much there on the scene, and she's now a minister in the BJP. What prevents the BJP from making her speak out in defense of this film? It is not happening, no.
Sudhanshu will
This story about an adopted
Sudhanshu will respond to that.
No, I mean, let me finish. Let me finish.
You finish your point. You finish your point.
Another thing that, insofar as emergency is concerned, it was an indefensible act of Indira Gandhi. There cannot be a justification of that. I, as one who had covered the Kissa Kursi Ka Commission, knows about it, and nobody could ever defend the action of emergency on Indira Gandhi. And in that context, I could have expected you to get Shanti Bhushan here, who won the case against her in the Allahabad High Court, to make this discussion more balanced. Now, insofar as Mr. Ratan Shahda's various comments about what happened at Turkman Gate, I as a journalist am telling you, Mr. Ratan Shahda, I don't know whether he was in jail or whether he was free or whether he was underground. But there were a whole lot of people who were underground. There was Mr. Chandrasekhar who opted for jail rather than a ministership in Indira Gandhi's government. This country stoutly faced the emergency and the political class acquitted itself so honorably. It was the media which caved in, which just lay prostrate, and also the judiciary. Now, when the BJP now talks about emergency, it is very good. It's always good to remind the people about emergency. But I have not heard a single BJP leader promise to this country that emergency shall never be imposed on it again.
Vinodji.
No, watch out. No. One second. I think we should get the BJP to respond. Suggestion being made by Vinod Sharma is the film is relevant because the BJP itself has never promised that no emergency will be imposed, and hence the BJP is open to doing something which it has been criticized for on its own. I think we should first get the BJP to respond to that. Yes, Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Mr. Vinod Sharma is quite a learned journalist. But the question he is asking, I think it is quite amusing. He is asking the culprit, and he is asking the question to who? Who is the victim? And he is asking the victim that you should forgive or you should pay apology for what the culprit has done. अरे भाई जिसने गुनाह किया उससे न कह के जो शिकार था उससे कह रहे हैं.
Made a statement the other day saying that he does not rule out the possibility. He later clarified. But Mr. Advani said that the forces who could reimpose emergency could strike again despite the constitutional safeguards which came via the Amendment 44th, 42nd, 44th Amendment of the Constitution.
Yes.
Today there are safeguards, but Mr. Advani had a different point of view. So there's a context in which I'm asking you.
Let Sudhanshu reply, please.
I am responding. This statement, what Vinod Sharma ji is mentioning, Advani ji has given this statement on 25th of June 2015 on 40th anniversary. But the context was quite appropriate because in 1975, all persons who are most of the persons who are at present very prominent leader in the Indian politics were in their young age and they were the part of JP movement. But now, if Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nitish Kumar, Patna from where this entire JP movement started, were fighting during their young age against Congress party. In 2015 June, all were joining hands with the Congress party for the sake of power. It means all the values and politics are set aside and only the power and power remains primary concern. That's why in this situation, these type of, you can say, tendencies emerges. I think this was an indication of
Vinod Sharma, are you saying Mr. Sharma,
and one more thing
better from
Mr.
Sharma, Mr. Sharma, you have known you for some time. You can be direct if you want to be. My question to you is, and say it directly, are you saying that the BJP and the RSS are capable of reimposing an emergency in this country? Are you saying that? Then you say so directly. If that is your conviction, your belief, or your fear, express it directly.
No.
Ratan Shah also responding. Ratan Shah responding to you.
Vinodji, let me remind you.
No, but let me finish. Now, what is he responding to?
Vinodji, freedom of press was guaranteed by a bill brought in by Mr. L.K. Advani. Don't forget it.
And then you respond.
You just said something about Advani. You also remember Advani
Mr.
was the minister who brought in a bill.
I want to ask you and I want to tell Arnab, my friend.
Okay, please.
You see, when you people, Mr. Ratan Sharda,
yes.
You know, whenever the governments are in power, they want press to be navigated. When the governments are not, when they are in the opposition, they want press to be free. The political class of this country has not been
freedom of press was guaranteed by Advani during Janata Party rule.
Freedom.
Don't forget it.
That.
Don't misguide people.
Now we've gone into
Don't misguide people. Advani ji brought in a bill that guaranteed freedom of press.
No. Now we have
Janata Party brought an amendment which made emergency difficult to put in.
What we are again, we moved away from the subject at hand. One second.
44th Amendment brought by the Law Minister, not by Mr. Advani.
I talk of freedom of press.
44th Amendment is the one that
isn't it?
assurance against reimposition of emergency.
Was today's BJP not part of Janata Party?
It makes it specific.
Don't try to take away credit from where it is due, Mr. Verma.
Vinod Sharma,
don't try to take away the credit where it is due.
We go back to the film now.
I am giving credit.
I say
am giving credit.
I say
but why are you taking credit?
I say today, Vinod Sharma, please stop.
Don't believe
the Janata Party government.
Luckily, I got a certificate that has been changed.
Ratan Sharda,
do you remember that fact of history or not?
Please stop.
Or are you going to reinterpret that fact also? That the Janata Party government fell on the question of dual membership.
I have a limited point, Vinod
To
Sharma.
answer this question,
Limited point, Vinod Sharma.
the best experiment
Limited point, Vinod Sharma. In this country, a majority of people in this country are below the age of 35. The emergency happened 40 to 42 years back.
Yes.
Right? Anybody below the age of 50 would have no real recollection of the emergency. Only people above the age of 55 would. No, sir. Let 1 minute, sir. Only people who are 50 and over and 55 and over would have some memory of the emergency. So what people are trying to do, right, Madhur Bhandarkar and Daniel Francis can come back to the debate, is by stopping this film, you want to ensure that India forgets the emergency ever happened. I think that is how I look at it. I don't know how you think about it. And Daniel, you can respond after that. Otherwise, I don't understand this kind of response.
I don't understand.
You can tell Daniel directly because
I don't understand. You have their books on it, their documentaries on when I'm telling itself. 70% is fiction, which my character, and 30% is documented fact, which has been reported in Shah Commission, books, author, and it has been documented various channels and reconstructed by various channels. So that's what I'm depicting over here. Why you all have problem with let the film get released over here, have the freedom of expression. Arnab, I was the one who stood by Udta Punjab. I was the one who stood by Karan Johar movie, both the films, which was in controversy last year. So I feel people should come and support the film. And the generation has to know what exactly happened during the emergency tenure.
Yeah, and Daniel, you don't want future generations to know the emergency. You don't want, for example, the basic, I want the future generation.
All those who ask for any kind of ban.
Daniel,
I am not even against Madhur Bhandarkar. I trust his
Daniel, can I ask you? Daniel, listen. Where is the award Wapsi gang? Where is the award Wapsi gang? Gang. Award Wapsi gang should come out and say that why is there an attempt to abuse Madhur Bhandarkar saying he's made a sponsored film? Why is there an attempt to censor it by filing legal cases on it?
Gang perhaps believes that Madhur Bhandarkar's film should not be banned. That is why they are silent.
No, but where are they? Where is the award Wapsi gang? Where is the award Wapsi gang?
They must be believing in civil liberties of Madhur Bhandarkar.
No, if they believe in the civil liberties of Madhur Bhandarkar, why don't they organize a protest on Carter Road and India Gate about it? Why are they leaving him alone? Madhur wants to say something here. Madhur Bhandarkar, let me ask you. Madhur, let me ask you. What support have you got from the award Wapsi gang?
Right now, there's absolutely nothing. Nobody has said anything. And I'm anticipating they will definitely come in support. That's what I'm telling you.
Nobody said anything.
Right now, they have nobody has supported
political rallies of party. There are only two slogans: Bharat Mata Ki Jai and Vande Mataram. And even by all the leaders, including Sri Narendra Modi,
Vinod Sharma,
he says
counter from Vinod Sharma.
Bharat Mata Ki Jai and Vande Mataram. And up till now,
Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, we are on the same page. You see, we are on the same page insofar as emergency is concerned. I am also on the same page with Madhur that he has a right to make this film regardless of his political inclinations. He has a right to make a film on an important period of India's history. Similarly, films should be allowed. There was a film allowed in the run-up to Punjab elections recently on 1984 riots. We are forgetting that film was released. There was no protest. This film was watched. What I am saying is that allow all kinds of creative films, creative work, together with films on 2002 riots, together with films on 1992 Babri Mosque. You blocked Anand Patwardhan's films in God's name. You also blocked his film War and Peace, which was on the nuclear test by India and Pakistan. So what are we talking here about? If you have to give creative freedom, have an even-handed approach. Don't shed tears which are selective.
Sudhanshu, 3 minutes left. Sudhanshu.
Give total freedom. Give freedom to Arnab Goswami. Give freedom to Vinod Sharma. Give it equally. Give it to both.
It's a good point.
But I must say, Arnab, I was there as part of, not in my name, but at the same time, I say Madhur has the right to make a film and show it to the people on an incident like emergency.
Yeah.
He has that right.
But I would also say, by the way, Vinod Sharma, excellent point. I support you. I hope you also support me when I say that the conspicuous silence of the award Wapsi gang, when an award-winning film director like Madhur Bhandarkar makes a film on the emergency, the conspicuous silence of the award Wapsi gang is also going to be questioned, Vinod Sharma. I hope you will stand with me in that as well.
I have seen Madhur Bhandarkar in jail.
I've seen his film in Mahadev Road Auditorium. He invited me for that. He's a friend of mine. I've known him. You see, and he has a right to have a political belief. So do I and you. What I say is that if freedom of speech has to be exercised, it has to be exercised with...
I take your point. So, Sudhanshu Trivedi, 2 minutes.
Stop a film on
2 minutes, Sudhanshu Trivedi. 2 minutes, Sudhanshu Trivedi. 2 minutes.
10 seconds for me.
I'm coming to you.
देखिए इसमें दो डिस्टिंक्ट डिफरेंस होने चाहिए। एक है आइकॉनिक हिस्टोरिकल और कल्चरल फिगर्स और एक है पॉलिटिकल फिगर्स। और मैं विनोद शर्मा जी से पूछना चाहता हूं साहब, आपकी बात बिल्कुल सही है, तो सलमान रश्दी की पुस्तक तो छोड़िए, रश्दी की इंडिया में एंट्री पर बैन लगा दिया। तस्लीमा नसरीन की लज्जा क्यों बैन कर दी? और तस्लीमा नसरीन को किस जंग से मारा पीटा गया वो अलग बात है। और याद करिए 1990s में सर,
मैं जाती तौर पर उसके खिलाफ हूं।
एक प्ले था, दैट वाज अ मराठी प्ले, मी नाथूराम गोडसे बोलते, कहीं नहीं होने दिया। क्यों नहीं भाई? ऐसा बात नहीं है। मेरा मानना है पॉलिटिकल इश्यूज के ऊपर यू कैन हैव ऑल द ओपन डिस्कशंस एंड एवरीबडी शुड हैव राइट टू से व्हाटएवर इट इज, but we should have some restriction on the cultural, religious and other aspect. And one thing I would like to say finally,
no, I'm sorry.
If you go by the
you
book,
cannot,
if you
cannot take the, you cannot take
archive, KGB and the World Party,
cultural and religious पे नहीं होगा।
मुझे एक पूरे सेंटेंस पूरा कर लेने दीजिए।
अरे ये कैसे होगा भाई?
KGB के रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर्स हुए हैं मित्रों जिन्होंने
एमएफ हुसैन की फिल्म से गाना गायब हो गया, कुछ नहीं कर पाए थे। शर्मा जी एमएफ हुसैन की फिल्म से गाना गायब हो गया था। क्या कल्चर की बात करते हैं आप?
पूरी इमरजेंसी स्पॉन्सर्ड थी क्या?
मैं तो
how the entire political leadership, entire bureaucracy and so many
I feel
Sudhanshu,
then USSR,
ji,
it is mentioned in there. Otherwise facts are there.
You argue so well, but today your arguments are not very convincing.
शर्मा जी आपकी आर्गुमेंट कहाँ कन्विंसिंग है? आपको एमएफ हुसैन का गाना गायब हुआ दिखता नहीं है, आपको सारी टीवी सीरियल
आपको तो मैं नहीं सकता,
वो आपको दिखती नहीं है।
रतन शारदा जी,
आपको मेरे पे शक है कि मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ झूठ बोल रहा हूँ?
सामने तो
सच की ठेकेदारी किसी एक तरफ की तो नहीं हो सकती ना, मधुर की भी है सच की ठेकेदारी, वो भी बोल सकते हैं। सच बोलने का लाभ पुराने पत्रकार है, इसलिए आपको नहीं है। मेरी किताब पढ़िए, मुझ पर चैलेंज करिए, आपको पुस्तक आप करिए चैलेंज, किताब अगर आपको मधुर की फिल्म पे कुछ लग रहा है आपको शक, तो उसको चैलेंज करिए।
देखिए हम कभी मिलकर बात करेंगे,
उसको आप 2002 पे ले जाएंगे, 1947 पे ले जाएंगे, गांधी हत्या पे ले जाएंगे। आप तो अलग आर्ग्यूमेंट घुमा के उसको किस तरह फंसाना चाहते हैं ना, आप फिल्म आने दीजिए।
गांधी हत्या का नाम नहीं लिया आपने, नाम लिया है।
आप जोड़ेंगे ना, सब कुछ जोड़ेंगे, आप सब कुछ जोड़ेंगे। मैं जानता हूं आपका स्वभाव, आपके बात करने का तरीका भी मैं जानता हूं। मैंने जब आर्ग्यूमेंट रखा, आपने
बनानी चाहिए,
आपने कहा
92 पे बनानी चाहिए, 2002 पे बनानी चाहिए।
मिस्टर शारदा, मिस्टर शारदा, मिस्टर शारदा, मिस्टर शारदा, मिस्टर शारदा, he is inviting you for a cup of tea. I strongly suggest that
बनानी चाहिए फिल्म।
एक मिनट, he is inviting you for a cup of tea. I like you go. No. I think you should go to Vinod Sharma's house and have that cup of tea and have that conversation. As far as I am concerned, as far as I am concerned, I think I have always. I have.
One sentence.
ठीक है, बोलिए।
शर्मा जी ने कहा 2002 पे बनाइए, मैं कहूंगा बिल्कुल बनाइए और उस पर दिखाइएगा कि जिस दिन पहले दिन रॉयट हुआ था, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने एज चीफ मिनिस्टर मध्य प्रदेश, महाराष्ट्र और राजस्थान से मांगा था, मगर ऑल 3 चीफ मिनिस्टर डिनाइड। और उसके बाद बोले विनोद शर्मा को रिस्पॉन्ड करने दे, दिखाइएगा।
पहले बताइए ना।
रतन शारदा, let विनोद शर्मा रिस्पॉन्ड। विनोद शर्मा
कोई नहीं बताएगा। विनोद शर्मा जी 56 लोगों को जलाने की फिल्म में बना लीजिए।
सर
बोले रतन शारदा बोलने दे प्लीज।
2002 के नारे में शोभा नहीं देता।
रतन शारदा, there are certain, you see, Mr. Ratan Sharda, there are certain incidents of history we should not forget, because then we'll end up repeating them. So we do not want to repeat emergency, we do not want to repeat 92, we don't want to repeat 2002, we don't want to repeat 84.
Yes.
It's very clear to me. If it is not clear to you, I'm sorry. I am a proud Indian.
Once again, let him speak, sir. Ratan Sharda, don't speak over it.
Please, for God's sake.
Sir, let Madhur also have his own stand. Don't say
I would like to thank Madhur Bhandarkar for making this film.
Yes.
Point 1. Point 2, artistic liberties can be taken. It's not a documentary, it's a film.
Absolutely.
The saddest thing in this country is that in our country, where we have such a vibrant tradition of cinema, No director has dared to make a film on the emergency. Maybe because the Congress was in power all these years. Anyway, make a film on 2002, make a film on 1984, make a film on the emergency. I think people should be grateful.
And
I would.
on 2002 Final Solution, which is a documentary. Which
I want to ask you. I want just one minute. I'm asking you, Madhur Bhandarkar. Have you named the character Indira Gandhi or not? Why haven't you called it Indira Sarkar? Why haven't you named Sanjay Gandhi?
I use a metaphor.
I'm asking.
But see, I'll tell you the problem is what. Yeah. Right now, also, I am over here, but my editing is going on before I submit to the censor. There is pressure from the
just
legal.
1 minute.
There is letters, and there are some friends in Congress who are my friends also. They've always been a fan of my movies or admire each other. Like they're pressurizing in good faith. Pressurizing in the sense that please change the name. Don't today this government is there. Tomorrow the government gets changed. There's certain things.
So what? They're threatening you.
I'm going to say there's an undercurrent kind of a thing.
Undercurrent what? That tomorrow the Congress may come to power, you may be in trouble.
Yeah, they may fix me tomorrow.
And they said that.
Like they hadn't said it. I said, those people are friends of mine in good faith. Like I'm telling you, they're friends of mine. In good faith, they told me, why you want to take a panga kind of a thing.
Take a panga.
Like, try to tweak it or, just change.
That's a threat.
No, I don't say threat, but see, as a filmmaker, I don't want to make this issue political because
What did you tell them?
Because it's a small budget film, it's a moderate budget film with newcomers almost. So it's a budget of a big costume budget of a big film, I would say. Yeah. That budget the movie has been made in 42 days. We shot the film. I feel that this story has to be told. This generation has to know exactly what happened during the emergency era, and which I told is a fiction added the reality to it.
Yeah.
But exactly, me and my team are just thinking what exactly we have to do. Once we
I'd say one thing to you, Madhur, don't back off. Because there should be a series of films that deal with these issues in our recent history. And as I said, most of India does not have a recollection of the emergency.
Yeah.
If your film adds to it, you should have your creative liberty to make your point. For your storytelling, Sudhanshu wants a last word. Sudhanshu.
Just one sentence. जो लोग इसका अपोज करना चाहते हैं, सर, जो लोग इसका विरोध करना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए तो वही वाली बात है कि वो अगर कत्ल भी कर दें तो कोई बात नहीं, हम अगर नाम भी ले लें तो गुनाहगार हो गए.
ओके,
जो कुछ हुआ उसको तो भूल जाइए. अगर आप रेफरेंस दे दीजिए तो
आप भी किए हैं कत्ल.
Okay. Now Sudhanshu Trivedi has had the last word. I wrap it up at this point. Next time we get your client as well. We can have that debate. But this film is a.
Client is absolutely apolitical. She is doing it.
First, let your client prove that she is Sanjay Gandhi's daughter. I thank you very much for joining me on this debate this Sunday. Thank you very much. Thank you.